because I might be tempted. Always get me into these situations again because I might be tempted. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with everything. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with everything but me. But me. Do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Do you need anything like I need you? I've got no place to Do you need anything like I need you? Soho. Do you need anything like I need you? Do you need? Dude. What a fucking day. Jesus. How about those oil futures, though? I'm sure somebody cashed in. Dude. Kill me now. Please. Pine box. Can we get a pine box? Pine box, pine box. You were nervous the whole day? Dude, I knew he wasn't gonna do shit. He never does shit. I mean, when you look at it, like, today was just a fucking typical, sort of a typical Trump day. But there's more to it than that, you know, because on the one hand, yes, today was like shit. Sorry, there we go. Thank you, Jenny. On the one hand, like, it's weird because it felt like a very typical Trump day of, you know, whatever, some crazy hyperbole threats and then no action, right? Some weaseling out of it later on. But I feel like it also goes deeper than that because, you know, before we start, let's watch this Greta Thunberg video, okay? I feel like the Greta Thunberg video is really the video that you may have seen some people posting it online, but I feel like her video really says, like, speaks volumes in like just less than a minute. Okay, it's 48 seconds here, but this shit is amazing. Okay, 48 seconds, but it's fucking sheer brilliance. All right, you ready? Here we go. Strap in, guys. Strap in. Okay, we're going in. Okay, here we go. Watch. Oh, wait. Let me turn the volume on. Strap in again. So I forgot to turn the volume on. All right, here we go. Now we got it. Now I swear we got it.
The President of the United States just said that a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. The President of the United States just said that a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. And no one is reacting. This speaks for itself. What the fuck is anyone even doing at this point? We have normalized genocide, total annihilation of entire people, the systematic destruction of the biosphere, which we are all depending on to survive, and that corrupt, racist war criminals can act with complete impunity. But even though we have allowed far too much so far, it is not too late to say stop. If we don't, we shouldn't fucking be able to call ourselves human.
I mean, dude, can you argue with that? Dude, there's no argument to be had with that. Okay? Because, like, let's look at the Trump post. Okay? And then we can discuss. I just literally think that with that, there is no way to argue the point. Okay, but like, let's find his post. Nope, that's the late one. Here it is. You ready? So look at what he tweeted. Okay, he said, a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, but it probably will. However, now that we have complete and total regime change, where different, smarter, and less radicalized minds prevail, maybe something revolutionarily wonderful can happen. Who knows? We will find out tonight. One of the most important moments in the long and complex history of the world. 47 years of extortion, corruption, and death will finally end. God bless the great people of Iran. Okay, so let's look at the bookends here, okay? Because just that first statement, a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. That is, in fact, a genocidal statement, okay? The destruction of a whole civilization to be gone forever. That's literally the definition of genocide. So whether he means it or doesn't mean it, he's like basically threatening a genocidal intent, right? That'll probably happen, right? And then at the end, he says, oh, God bless the great people that I threatened to genocide in the beginning of it. And like the fact that we have like normalized this sort of language from the president of the United States, probably the most powerful leadership position in the whole world, is basically just, you know, tweeting around with his thumbs that like, you know, we're going to just destroy an entire civilization if we don't get what we want, right? I mean, I think that's asinine. I think that is asinine and irresponsible and completely unnecessary. And it's like desensitizing people to these very real issues that we're grappling with in the world. Now, so much today, so many people today were like basically defending this, and they were saying, oh, it's just bluster. He's just negotiating. But like, is that a negotiation threatening to end an entire civilization, never to come back again? Is that really a negotiation? And if you don't take it serious, then who would, right? If you're saying Trump isn't to be taken seriously, then why would anybody listen to his shit? Okay, right there. Trump literally, he accelerates moral decay. He absolutely does. Like Trump is taking the moral fabric, the fabric of decency, and he's just shredding it. Okay, he's just shredding it to where the most powerful people with the biggest responsibilities in the whole world can behave like, you know, war criming children, and we're supposed to just give him some sort of a free pass. Hold on, I'm having an internet buffering issue because I forgot to reset it to the 5G. Give me 1 sec. We're going to cut out for 1 sec, guys. Okay? My bad, my bad. Yeah. There, that was on me, guys. That was on me. I had to reset my computer. I had to reset my computer like I do it before the stream, and I forgot to set it to the 5G, right? And yeah, so the thing about that, Sticky, is like I have my computer set to only connect to the 5G, but it still connects to the 2.4 sometimes. I don't know why. It just started doing that after one of the Windows updates. It has not gotten around to like fixing that issue where it just, for whatever reason, sometimes it connects to the 5G, and then I have to switch the preferred band as many times as it takes for it to get on there, right? Let's go. All right. But now we're back. All right. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. Do. All right. Yeah, that's on you if it's muted. My audio is fine, actually. Yeah, I think you may need to refresh your browser, right? Let's see. Your browser? Yeah, you got to refresh your browser. Right? Because the audio's fine. The audio's good. Audio's golden. Refresh it up. Ah, there we go. Hiccups. Dude, that's on me. I forgot to switch it over. But anyway, I'm not sure where you guys lost me, but I look at this in real simple terms, okay? Okay? I think I look at this in real simple terms, is the fact that one, okay, number one, guys, there is the issue of the sort of like threatening genocidal activity in the context of like whatever, a conflict, which I don't think is okay, right? I really don't. I mean, even if you're at war, like issuing threats of like, making a whole civilization die is ridiculous and stupid. Okay, it is. It is so over the top. Okay, it is. But all day today, right-wing people were defending this online. Oh, it's just Trump being Trump. But this is the same shit they said with his grab him by the pussy comments. This is the same shit they said when he said that all Hispanic people are rapists, right? I mean, they are continually allowing him to push the Overton window of decency to where, you no longer even have to be decent. It's like, oh, you took my parking space? I'm going to wipe out your whole fucking family right now. I'm going to line them all up and just gun them down. And it's like, whoa, dude. I was here first, bro. I just rolled into a parking space. Like, you need to go get some antidepressants and go fucking get some therapy, dude. You know what I mean? Like, slow your roll there, Zippy. Okay? Jesus, you emotionally dysregulated freak, right? That's like the stepping stone we're at now, where the Overton window of decency has been moved to the point of the tiniest, disturbance allows this gross overreaction, and we're supposed to bow down before this mega threat, and dude, it's childish and it's abusive and it's not okay. Now, on top of this, guys, he fucking backed down, dude. Right? On top of this, he let's look at his after tweet. Okay? The after tweet was like, he gave them 2 weeks without even having a deal. Okay? There was no deal. There was no communication. There was no agreement. He just said, okay, if we can negotiate, I'll give you 2 weeks. But like, dude, you could have done that without like threatening the whole civilization, right? I mean, he's making it seem like it was his threat that got them to the bargaining table. But dude, that's bullshit. Okay? That's fucking bullshit, dude. I'm not buying that for a minute. And to the person who said they're thinking about quitting their job or whatever, your boss, I get it, man. Dude, I've ended some shit. I have ended some shit with people who are Trump supporters, dude. I have. And I don't regret it. I realize it's harder when you like have a job you love, but when you see the real light of these people, man, it's like it's tough. It's tough to not fucking, you can't see him the same way afterwards. But yeah, so here's what he wrote afterwards, guys. So afterwards, he wrote, based on conversations with Prime Minister Sharif and Field Marshal Munir of Pakistan, and wherein they requested I hold off the destructive forces being sent tonight to Iran. And subject to the Islamic Republic of Iran agreeing to complete, immediate, and safe opening of the Strait of Hormuz, I agree to suspend the bombing and attack of Iran for a period of 2 weeks. So, guys, he didn't even talk to Iran, guys. His note is saying, based on conversations with Pakistan and subject to Iran opening the Hormuz, I will forego the destruction for 2 weeks. Dude, what the hell are we even talking about? And he said this will be a double-sided ceasefire. The reason for doing so is we have already met and exceeded all military objectives and are very far along with the definitive agreement concerning long-term peace with Iran and peace in the Middle East. We received a 10-point proposal from Iran and believe it is a workable basis on which to negotiate. Almost all of the various points of past contention have been agreed to between the U.S. and Iran, but a 2-week period will allow the agreement to be finalized, consummated on behalf of the United States of America, blah, blah, blah. It is an honor to have this long-term problem close to resolution, is what he says. So he moves the deadline to 2 weeks from now, but there's no agreement of any sort. He just says Iran gave us the 10-point plan. Now, we don't exactly know what the 10-point plan is. I will say that there have been people did post some shit. Like what I saw online was this. Okay, these were the 10-point plans. This was the 10 points I did see that said a commitment to non-aggression, a continuation of Iran's control over the Strait of Hormuz, acceptance of uranium enrichment, lifting of all primary and secondary sanctions, termination of all UN Security Council resolutions, termination of Board of Governors resolutions, payment of compensation to Iran, withdrawal of U.S. combat forces from the region, and cessation of war on all fronts, including against Hezbollah in Lebanon. So that's the 10-point, right? But dude, look at this. Look at number 3, dude. Acceptance of uranium enrichment, which is like supposedly that was the whole point of this thing, right? Huh. You know, the other one that's pretty weird is number 2, okay? Because like basically, and we'll see how this shakes out, okay? But basically, if they get uranium enrichment and they get to control the Strait of Hormuz and charge $2 million tolls and a removal of sanctions, this will have been a massive win and moneymaker for Iran, and it will have sort of defeated the whole supposed purpose that Trump made up in the first place about the uranium. So, yeah, and again, we'll see, but I look at this one down here, number 10, like, dude, there's no way. I just feel like there's no way that 1 and 10 are going to be doable, guys. Okay? No one is going to be able to, like Israel is not going to be able to not do 1 and 10. Like, think about that, guys. Israel has never not warred, ever. Since its inception, Israel has been warring with everyone in the region, like nearly around the clock. So, I don't know. But what I do know is this. I do know that this happened, okay? There was a huge, like, look at the huge pull today, right? From the S&P, from 65 to, I guess it's not that big, right? It's, you know, it was kind of a big jump there for a little bit, but I guess overall that's not that big. Let's look at the Dow. The Dow actually tanked a little bit today. But dude, look at this though. See, let's talk about this though, guys. Okay? Because this is the part that bothers me. Okay? And think about this. Okay? Because there were people online today, okay, check this out, that were heralding, the oil went down. Oh my God, oil went down. Look at how it went down, right? It went down fucking 14 points, right? But here's the problem, guys. Look at where oil was fucking a month and a half ago, dude. 2 months ago. It was at 66, guys. Okay? So it was at 66. All right? In November, right? In October, under Biden, in October, under fucking, even under Trump, it was at 61. Okay? Right? Even if you look at like the 5 years, even under Biden, dude, right? Even under Biden, it was 70s, okay? As it was coming down, right? So 71, right? What's the low point? 71 under Biden. So, and this was like a huge, like problematic issue for them. So basically though, what happened, guys, is we spent $40 billion to jack the price of oil up to like 115, only to bring it back down to 95. And everyone's like, look at the win. Look at the win. But it's like, yo, dude, it's still like $35 higher than it was before we spent $40 billion, you know? And so now, even if it does go back down, it's going to go back down to like 80, and that's going to become the new bottom, okay? So this is like wildly fucking stupid. And I mean, guys, there were people, look at these arguments, okay? I mean, granted, these people are idiots, but look at some of these arguments, okay? Like look at this. This person said, oil is plummeting right now. This is what you call the art of the deal. And I'm like, dude, it's plummeting to 95 from the 60 it was a month ago. It's the reverse plummet, guys. Dude, the reverse plummet, right? And we spent $40 billion, okay? Here's another guy who said, wow, he launched another military operation where he achieved discrete military objectives and negotiated a ceasefire in short order. And I'm like, dude, he took us from $60 to $95 in oil for the low price of $40 billion spent. Like, what are we doing, man? Like, what are we fucking doing, dude? Okay? It is insane. But people were cheering this, guys. Okay? People were actually cheering this. Okay? This guy's like, dude, oil plunges by 16%. It's a huge win. It's like, no, dude. When you raise oil 100% and then you bring it down 16%, that is still an 84% increase, bro. You know? Dude, they're using gambler logic, guys. They are. They're like, oh my God, dude, I just won $400. And it's like, I used to work at this bar, okay, that had video poker machines, and we could run a report that would show how much had been put into the video poker machines. So a guy would go back there for like 2 hours, and then he would come out and he'd be like, I just won $600. 600, everybody. He's walking around bragging. And then I run the report, And I see in the last 2 hours, he dumped like 1,400 in there. And it's like, yo, homie, you're running around telling everyone you won 600. You're still 800 in the hole, boss. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? You need to go to Gamblers Anonymous. Dude, that's what gamblers' logic is, okay? It is. They only look at the wins and they never tell you how much they spent to get that win. Bro. Dude, was there really 1,000-to-1 bet that Trump would praise Allah on Easter? Dude, get out. There's no way. Are they doing that shit? Like, where is it? Like, where is the fucking Nick? Where is that shit? Because, man, if they're doing that, dude, these prediction markets are just fucking setting it up. Dude, show me the link to the bet. Dude, put the link to the bet in Discord so we can look at that. Because that is so fucking crazy. So, yeah, so Maga here has been spending the day, okay, basically defending, right, now $90, $92 gas, right? Like, look at this shit, guys, okay? So look at this. You ready? Watch this. Check this out, guys. So Graham Allen, we remember this guy. This is the guy who's all upset at Candace Owens. Okay? So this guy says, when this deal gets done and oil prices plummet, the Dow is surging, inflation is down, money is flowing, the world knows we are the boss, Trump's approval ratings are higher than ever, and we are rolling full steam ahead into the midterms, this guy said. Never forget those who went full Islam. Okay, now, here's the problem, guys, is I told him, you're living in fantasy land, and I broke out a chart of 2000 to 2015 oil prices, and what you'll see here is the war, right? The war, which ended in 2011, like, oil did not come down after the war. It kept going up and down and up and down and up and down, and eventually it dipped a little in 2016, but it never got back down to here, ever, okay? After the war, the price floor had moved up. And in fact, the only reason it dropped was when Obama got elected president, okay? At the end of 2008 and into 2009, when Obama won the presidency, right, it fucking dropped, okay? But it never went back down to 20, not even close, okay? Not even close did it go back to 20, guys. Okay? Not even close. And it won't go back down again. It's not going to instantly drop because the conflict is over. All kinds of infrastructure has been damaged. All kinds of supply lines have been interrupted. You know, the machinery that normally rolls like mad has been interrupted. So the fact that they think, and look at all these guys though, they're like, it's dropping like a rock, dumbass. Yeah, everybody's like, it's dropping, dumbass. They all got in here to show me, oh, it's dropping. It's in 91. Oh, it's in 92. Oh, it's dropping. They're like, dumbass, and they're all calling me the 𝗙𝗟𝗓. These guys, who knows who these guys are? They're MAGA shitters. Many of them are probably former gamer kids. Okay, but dude, it's not going back down. It's gonna keep going up. Okay, it's gonna keep going up until this thing is like over, and even then, it's gonna be higher than it was. Right, dude? They're so funny, and I mean, it had gone up in the price, like in the time they told me it's dropping. Like an hour later, it was already back up, dude. You know what I mean? Like, dude, it is so crazy. All right, let's look at this. So we got something in Discord here that is, will Trump praise Allah on Easter? No way, dude. So was that on Polymarket? So, oh, this is the other one. Yeah, so that's crazy. How do you see the closed? How do you see the closed thing? Right? Like, I want to go to the Polymarket thing, right? Because how do we look at one that's already over? Do they disappear? You have to do the Wayback Machine? All right. So let's go back to the Wayback Machine. How would you do that? How would you do it if you don't know the address of it? Right? Because here's why, okay? Because see here's why there's a problem, guys, is I see that you put a TikTok of somebody showing a thing that says, well, Trump plays Allah with Easter, but other people are saying that they didn't find it. And you can make this shit up, okay? Like it is, you know, it is possible that I think that is made up, because I think if that was really there, somebody would have seen it or found it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I feel like if it was, it would be on there. All right, so there is a thing for resolved. Hold on, let's see this. Where's resolved? Dude, this shit is crazy. Yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying this one though, right? If he does this again, okay, if he does this again, then oh, I see, resolved, right? Because there is not a resolved one for Trump and Allah. That person is making that shit up. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So there is one now. Will Trump praise Allah by April 15th? There is this one that exists, which he may praise Allah in order to like game this. But what I'm saying is this TikTok that he sent me mentions this thing right here. Will Trump plays Allah on Easter? But I think this is fake. Okay? This right here, this person is making fake content, or they're using a tweet here that is fake. The will Trump praise Allah on Easter never happened. You know what I'm saying? And which is like which is crazy, because Adam Kinzinger made that comment about, oh, there must be a Polymarket, and then somebody made a fake thing. You appreciate that at fact check? Let's go. No, I do. You're welcome, Panacea. Dude, I fact check everything. Now, there is one now, though, about about will he praise Allah again? Okay, this one is actually existing. So he could praise Allah again and they could game this. But there's not actually that other one didn't really occur. Okay, let me see who that TikTok was from. Hold on. Let me just see. I want to see who made the tweet. Because
I have never seen.
Let me see. The tweet was from Call of
a single insider trade.
Yeah. See, you know what sucks though is like, guys, this is why it's so dangerous, because even like with this person, whatever Real G's Trade is the name of his TikTok, he's just spreading misinformation, trying to go viral on TikTok. And these unscrupulous people will flat out lie and you know, they just don't care. Most of them are young white people, probably growing up in, you know, very upper middle class homes. So they're completely fucking unaffected by all of their lies and shit. Dude, it's so disturbing. Okay. So it looks like it is something of Polymarket. Hold on, let me find this thing. It looks like there's you can't even read the fucking the name of the, oh, I know. Trump praising Allah on Easter. Yeah, dude. That whole tweet was fake, dude. That whole tweet, the was Trump praising Allah on Easter was, oh no, there it is. There it is, car on Polymarket. So here it is. This is the guy. This is fake. Okay? This is fake, dude. Car on Polymarket. Again, dude, it's just fake shit, bro. Right? This is not a real market on Polymarket, of course, right? There you go. Yeah, dude. No, I'm glad you showed it though, guys. You didn't fuck everything up. I think this is a lesson to all of us. Okay? This is a lesson to all of us. You have to double check. Like seriously, guys, you're going to get so ravaged in this media climate if you don't double check. Like I'm telling you right now, when I see a tweet, okay, when I see a tweet, if it's from Elon Musk or from Donald Trump or from whoever, if I see a tweet that activates me and I'm like, holy fucking shit, the first thing I do is I go and check it. Before I repost it, I always go and check it and do an advanced search, because the reality is about 60% of the time they're lying, okay? It is like now we are living in a world where virality is more important than the truth to most of these people that are trying to be internet clowns. Everyone is so desperate to like make a name for themselves, to get famous, to get some money, blah, blah, blah. But yeah. Let's go. Dude, Snopes. I am Snopes. All right, let's go. Clowned. Dude, they have no, it's like they have no scruples, dude. People online, they think it's a big joke. And it's fucked up though, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like it is fucked up because what we've learned from dude, Elf! Pine Box! Let's Let's go, baby! Oh, Elf, dude! Tingle bitty! Let's go, dude! Oh, shit, boss. Let's fucking go, dude. Dude, you know what it is, guys? You know what's crazy? Can I just tell you what is crazy, guys? Is people vote based on that shit, right? That's what we saw in 2024 is somebody could see a fake post on Facebook and they might change who they vote for president based on that Facebook post, dude. Like, how depressing is that? That's the world we live in, guys. How depressing is it that somebody might vote for president based on some crazy Facebook shit? Like, dude, we are living in the shittiest timeline. Dude, no, bro. Dude, I think that calls for, hey, but Nick, dude, I'm glad you shared it. It's always good to get a reminder for us to double check our shit. Right? You know what I'm saying? Let's go, dude. Dude, Peter Thiel? No, I know. Well, yeah, dude, Peter Thiel is the guy who literally started Facebook, guys. Without Peter Thiel, there wouldn't be a Facebook. Okay, he literally did the angel investment that made Mark Zuckerberg. Without Peter Thiel, there is no Facebook, guys. He made him. 100% Zuckerberg is a Thiel creation. But let's do a dance party goal. All right, let's get it. Dude, I'm gonna dance like fucking the whole world's gonna burn, dude. Because it probably is. There it is. Let's go. There's the goal, baby. There it is. Oh, Trumpy. Oh, hey, guys. Oh, I just raised the price of oil $30, and it only costs $40 billion. Oh, the whole civilization. There's a whole civilization in my diaper. Dude, what the fuck? No. This is where we're at, guys. All right, welcome to America. Jesus. Dude, all of civilization is in one man's diaper, right? Dude, a whole civilization of corn is in one man's diaper. Dude, oh shit. Dude, the whole civilization of corn. Dude, how's that? That really paints a picture. You want some Paula? Hey! Sakata! Sakatara bakata sakatara. Dude, let's go. Hey! Let's go. All right. And guys, I wonder too here if somebody if there were some oil trades, okay, we should look at that and see were there oil trades. Dude. Pinebox Dance Party, Ella, let's go! I wouldn't be surprised, okay, if we're gonna get some, right? If we're gonna get some fucking, some crazy oil trade was made, right? If we're gonna find out tomorrow, right? You know what I'm saying? I would not be surprised. But guys, you ready for some good news? Are you ready for some good news, guys? You ready? I'm about to deliver you some good news. Let's go to Wisconsin. Okay, let's go to my home state of Wisconsin for their spring election results. Okay, and look at this, guys. Chris Taylor, this is a Supreme Court seat in Wisconsin that was Republican, and it was flipped to a Democrat, okay? And she won 60 to 39, right? Which is amazing. And you know what's incredible about this, guys? Is let's go back to the previous Wisconsin seat. Remember when Elon spent $30 million and he was wearing the fucking cheese head? You remember that shit? Hold on. You remember that? This is wild, dude. Remember Elon, Cheesehead, Wisconsin? Okay, remember this embarrassing fucking shit, dude? When Elon was dressed like this? This was back in March, okay? Remember? He spent 30 million bucks and he's like, oh, he's talking about AI teachers and all this shit. And he just got stomped, okay? He lost all his fucking money. Okay, well, check this out though, guys. You ready? So look at this. So in 2025, okay, Susan Crawford won over Brad Schimmel 55 to 44, okay? And this made the Wisconsin Supreme Court 4-3. It had been 4 Republicans. It had been 3 Democrats. Okay, she won. Susan Crawford won in May, right? In April. I guess April 1st. She won in April. Okay, and that made the court 4-3. And now Chris Taylor won and flipped another Republican seat. So now it's 5-2. Which is insane, guys, because think about this. Wisconsin is mostly blue. They have a blue governor. They have blue senators. But their state legislature was 70% Republican, even though most of their shit is blue. And they had a stacked Supreme Court. It's insane. But now their supermajority has been broken, and now it is 5-2 Democrats on the Wisconsin Supreme Court. So Wisconsin is finally going to get out from under, like they have been on a stranglehold, guys, for like 10 years. It's been like 10 or 15 years where the state is mostly blue, and yet all of their state government was like, except for governor, all of their state government was like gnarly red, like 70% red. It was crazy. They were so locked under minority control. It's not even funny. Dude, that shit is wild, but that's huge. Dude, let's go. Wisconsin going blue. Let's go. But look at this, dude. Okay, and here's another one, guys. This one might even be bigger. Okay, and you know why? Because this is Waukesha. All right. Now, Waukesha is a suburb of Milwaukee, but guys, Waukesha is red. Okay. Waukesha has been Republican for like a long fucking time, guys. A long time. Like Waukesha is like one of the only red suburbs around Milwaukee. Milwaukee's very blue. Waukesha just got a Democrat governor. Dude, punk rock politics, dance party madness. Let's go, Stephanie. So there you go, guys. That's 2 today. Okay, that is 2. While the Republicans write up these narratives about how excited they are to have $95 barrels of oil, we're flipping more seats. Okay, another Supreme Court seat goes blue, making the Wisconsin Supreme Court 5-2 blue. Waukesha has the first Democratic mayor in a long time. Okay, this is a red suburb in Milwaukee. Bang, bang. Dude, bang, bang. And what's wild about this, too, is look at the shifts, dude. Like, right? The only county that this Supreme Court woman won, the only county that she won was Waukesha, right? And yet Waukesha also voted for a fucking, right? Waukesha voted for a Democratic mayor, okay? And look at this. Look at how it compared to the 2024 presidential election. 16-point shift, 13-point shift, 12-point shift, 21, 26, 24. Waukesha County was 20 points for Trump, plus 20. And even though Lazar won the Supreme Court, like she won that district, right? They elected a blue mayor. It's like a massive shift, dude. Like, look at all those blue arrows, dude. One county shifted red, and that was in Menominee. Okay, Menominee went 18 points more Republican. Lucy Lou's mom. Let's go, LFG. Can you hit the blow up bone spurs button? Yes. Let's go. Here we go. Hold on. Where is it? There you go. There it is. Bone spurs. Dude, let's go. Dude, thank you, Lucy Lou's mom. Say hi to Lucy Lou for me. Let's go. So yeah, dude, that is a lot of shift, dude. A lot of shift. Crazy. Pine Box now, Shin Godzilla, let's go! Dude, crazy, boss. Like, significant positive shift. Okay? Significant positive shift. Huge win. That's a huge win. Wisconsin is coming out of the darkness. All right? And then the other election we had today was in Georgia, okay, which is crazy because this right now is, this is Marjorie Taylor Greene's district, okay? So we knew that this one was probably not going to go blue because think about this, guys. Marjorie Taylor Greene was winning there, so it had to be like red, okay? For somebody as big of a dunce as her to win consistently, it had to be red. The world is done with Diaper Don, Pine Box Paula. Let's go, the one. Let's go. So we knew Harris was going to lose, but I think, guys, the thing to look at is the shift, okay? Because look at this. In 2024, Trump won this district by 37 points. In 2024, Marjorie Taylor Greene won by 29 points. And tonight, Clay Fuller won by 12. So that is a 17-point difference between 2024 and a 25-point difference between how Trump won that. Okay? So that is, again, look at that. All of it is a blue shift. Even though we lost, look at the shift, guys. Okay, when you have a 15-point swing in red, that means the purple districts are like gone for the Republicans. Anything that's purple ain't gonna survive in 2026. All purple will be blue. Without a doubt, every single thing in the country that's purple is going to end up blue, and some like 5-point red districts are probably going to end up being blue. This is going to be devastating. It's going to be an extinction level event for the MAGA shitters, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, like Cenk Uygur and Tucker Carlson are going to like get married after this event. That's all Cenk Uyghur's going to have left, dude. He's going to have nobody but Tucker. All right? Dude, Stephanie, let's go. Need emoji of a taco sticking out of a pine box. Let's go. Dude, end grain a taco pine. Dude, Let's fucking go, dude. Cenk Uyghur. That is a crazy shift, dude. Like, yikes. Okay? And that is yikes. All right? That was, looks like we had some other fucking state house districts. Those don't look anything surprising. And then I think there was a Mississippi primary today too, dude. Right? Yeah, this was today as well. Okay, Cindy Hyde-Smith. Dude, she is so creepy. But guys, can I just show you? You ready for this? Look, let me show you something here. Look at the turnout, okay? Because Mississippi is like hugely red. Well, this is a Republican primary, so this is all going to be red, right? Because it's Republican primary. Like, there's not going to be any blue there. That's why it's all red, right? Because it's just the Republican primary. But what I do want to show is the turnout, okay? Because the turnout, Mississippi is like very red, okay? It's very, very red. It's like 2/3 red, okay? It is. It is like hugely red, you know? But look at the turnout, okay? 148,000 Democrats turned out to vote in the Democrat governor primary, but only 157,000 turned out to vote in the Republican primary, which is like, you know, and there were other races in Mississippi. There were U.S. House races. So the point being that, like, Republicans aren't really turning out. They're like not voting. And that's another huge issue. The fact that this number isn't like 250,000, you know, like it should be 250,000. And that would even be like a poor turnout. But it is like beyond poor turnout. Like nobody is turning out. The Republicans are literally just not fired up. They're not fired up at all, guys. They're not. And I mean, you know, I don't see them getting fired up anytime soon. I mean, Epstein, right? You know, war, gas, beef. You know what I mean? Half of the state of Mississippi can't buy a pound of hamburger, dude. Right? Dude, they're all eating like they're eating like soybeans and shit. They're making soybean steaks. No burgers. Dude, burgers have been outlawed by Donald Trump. Oh, you turned another year older? All right. Happy birthday, Petunia. Abysmal is right. Right? But yeah, man. Crazy. All right. All in all, I think that is our good news portion of the fucking day. Okay. Oh shit. Now, you ready? Dude, we got to look at some of this. This shit is funny, guys. No, this isn't doom, guys. This is pretty funny. I feel like these Todd Blanche clips are pretty amazing, bro. I mean, it's a little doomy, but mostly it's fucking funny. When we look at the Todd Blanche clips of fucking Trump, this shit is wild, dude. Oh my God. Like, you ready? Because you know that they have their new fraud task force. They're now looking for fraud. Okay? Like, that's their big thing. They're looking for fraud. But somebody asked Todd Blanche the best fraud question I think I've ever heard. Yeah, dude, Blanche is Donald Trump's personal lawyer. So he's a crook. Okay, but let me find this question. Dude, this shit is so good, dude. Oh my God, this shit is so good. All right, you ready? Watch this, dude. Dude. All right, here we go. It's a big fraud press conference. Because remember, they are now apparently very serious about fraud. Fraud task force, they announced a whole bunch of like prosecutions that happened recently. Let me just say this though, guys. You ready? Keep this in mind. Any fraud conviction that happened in 2025 and any fraud conviction even in the first half of this year, all of those were Joe Biden investigations, okay? Anybody who's getting convicted now, these cases are at least 2 years old, okay? Year and a half, 2 years old. There is nobody that has been prosecuted and investigated by Trump. None of those people are going to get convicted until like 2027, probably, okay? All of this is Joe Biden investigations that have been finishing up, and they've been getting, convictions for. So they are touting all these fraud convictions that Joe Biden's DOJ has been prosecuting for the last 2 or 3 years. That's for starters. Dude, Elf, happy birthday to everyone. Let's go, boss. Dude, happy birthday to you, boss. Let's go. Yes. All right, guys. Dude, we got 10 minutes. We're going to watch this clip, and then we're gonna batten down the hatches. We're going to get that dance party. But watch this clip, dude.
Very soon.
Criminal investigations further.
I'm not going to talk about criminal investigation, what's driving it or not driving it. Go ahead.
Christy Noem, there's been a lot of questions about the firm tied to Christy Noem and the ads that came through that was over $200 million in taxpayer money. Is that something that would fall under the purview potentially of this new fraud unit?
Well, when you say there's been a lot of questions, you mean you all have decided to write a lot about it, hoping that it generates something. So again, I'm not talking about ongoing investigations. If the new fraud division and what it will, the types of cases that it will encompass is pretty broad. But I'm not going to link it to some speculative idea or a question. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you hear that? The question, for those of you who are having trouble hearing it, was, there's been a lot of questions about Christy Noem and that $220 million that was spent in DHS. Does that fall under your fraud department? And he's like, you're making some shit up. Right? Dude, can I explain though? Because I would like to share with you Todd Blanche's official definition of fraud, guys. I think this is important. For those of you, if you're a Democrat, if you're a leftist, you don't exactly understand the definition of fraud, let me share it with you. Okay, I wrote it down today on Twitter. All right, so I think it's important that we all understand. Okay, you ready? Here it is. So, the first thing you need to understand is this. Fraud is only fraud if it occurs in an area that's run by Democrats. Okay? If it happens in an area run by Republicans, it's not fraud, okay? It has to be an area run by Democrats, and then it is fraud, okay? Now, it's especially fraud if one of those Democrats is a political enemy of Donald Trump, okay? So if it's in a Democrat-run area and one of those Democrats is an enemy of Trump, then it is especially fraud, okay? Now, all of the other stuff, if it occurs in a red state, right, or an area that is run by Republicans, it is the cost of doing business or a Democrat hoax. Right? Just so you know, in case you're wondering, All right? That's how you know. Like, how do I know if it's fraud? Oh, they're run by Democrats. Okay, that's fraud. Oh, it's run by Republicans. Oh, that's a Democrat hoax. Okay, thank you. Just in case you're wondering about, like, when you see why is that fraud and why is that not, you can pull out your little key. Oh, Republican area. Oh, so it's a Democrat hoax. Okay, thank you. In case you're wondering, I want to clear that up for you guys. All right, so there's no misperception. All right, we all got to be on the same page. Dude, dance party elf. Let's go. All right, guys. We got 6 minutes. We need 21 and 6. Let's secure the dance party, and then we can finish the party. Dude, Breckos, let's go, baby. Appreciate you, boss. 20. Yeah, Doge. All Doge did was take your data, pretty much. And it paid a bunch of like pimple face knobs that live in their mom's basement like 200 grand each. That's what Doge did. You basically made 200 grand to be a pimple face knob that, like, you know, hung out with Elon Musk for a month. That's all it did, literally. I'm telling you, it accomplished absolutely nothing. Dude, Limbies, let's go dance party. By the way, Limbies, I got to thank you for those 5 gifted memberships the other day, boss. It was like 2 days ago or something. You dropped 5 gifted memberships and I was in the middle talking. I didn't notice it until later. And I think you are already gone by then. Dude, Luke, let's go. Let's get it. Thank you, Limbies. Appreciate you. All right. Dude, we have some other fun stuff we're going to look at. Okay? Dude, let's go. Please don't fire me. Dude, you're not fired. Have I been paying you? No, you're not even hired. Dude, what are you talking about? You're not fired. You're good. Dude, Ella, let's go. Dude, let's go. Oh, by the way, dude, the cat turd tweet is going crazy. Look at this shit, bro. Oops. Look at this fucking tweet, boss. This thing has gone ape shit. Dude, the cat turd tweet, yesterday it had like 18,000 likes. Now it is up to 51,000. Dude, A Tale of Two Cat Turds is a serious winner at the box office. Dude, people are loving that shit. Dude, Blunt Front. Let's go. I really, you know what I really want, though, is I really want this picture to get out there, dude. That's what needs to go. Dude, Mother Vincent, let's go. LFG. Dude, MJ, let's go. Dance party. Dude, look at Cat Turd. He's got some nice legs, doesn't he? Doesn't he have some sexy legs? Dude, I haven't seen legs like that since, like, a duck, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't seen legs like that since I was hanging out with some fowl, bro. I'm serious. Dude, those are like duck legs, boss. Yes, that is Cat Turd. All right, we got 4 minutes, guys. 12 away, baby, for Cat Turd. Now, Liam's back, dude. He is. He is back. He was gone for the day, right? Right? Oh, he's gone again. Dude, he was back and then he was gone. All right? I saw him. He was online again like an hour or two ago, and he must have disappeared again. Sometimes he drops out like that, dude. Hank Hill's dead? Yeah, he's all right. I think he just disappears for a while. Like, probably when his message box fills up with death threats, he fucking goes offline for a bit. But I did see him online today. He, like, tweeted, like, oh, I'm here. And then he disappeared again. I mean, I get it. Dude, it's like, you know, the inbox starts filling up with death threats and people, like, sending you, like, screenshots of your home address. And, and you're just like, oh, fuck, bro. Right? Because people can find shit with those stupid, like, $10 whatever lookup sites. Like, if you're not, like, wealthy enough to be able to pay a service to hide you, it's pretty easy for them to find you. We're 10 away. I've been there. I've gotten the death threats. I had briefly, when I started streaming Fortnite, I was working at a breakfast restaurant, and I like showed the inside of the restaurant on an Instagram story, and a whole bunch of like Fortnite people called my boss and started calling her the N-word, right? Dude, I was like, bro, what the fuck, dude? Has the mind and legs of a toddler. Yes, Nick. Isn't that crazy? They were literally calling my boss during her work while she was working and like calling her the N-word and stuff. And she was like, don't ever post the restaurant on your Instagram story. And dude, Luke, let's go. I only worked there for like 3 months though. And you know, but I thought that was pretty funny. Dude, yeah, that's kind of like, it's the online world. All right, guys, we got a minute and a half, guys. Holy shit, we need 8 more. It's time to get serious, guys. 90 seconds. Let's go. Let's secure this dance party. Hey, oh, hey, oh. 90 seconds. Dude, otherwise I'm walking off. I'm walking off the set. I'm done. I quit. Okay. Dude, lovely panacea. Let's go. Keep it up. I will do it. 1 minute, guys. Here we go, dude. Storm out. Dude, yeah, dude, MJ. Let's go. 7 more. Here it is. And then there were 7. 6 more. 5 more. Engrain, we do this. Dude, Nameless Nick. Let's go, dude. Luke from WA. 4 more. We're almost there. Let's go. We can do it. 4 and 40 seconds. 3 left. Dude, Inner Scap, let's go. Dude, Ella, let's go. We're 2 away, baby. Down to the wire, 30 seconds, 2 away. Here we go, here we go. Hey, oh. Daylight come and me wanna go home. 25 seconds and there it is. Cross the finish line. Holy shit, dude, let's go. Dude, I think we're fucking, dude, it's not registering. It's saying we're 1 short. No! Oh my God, dude, that's a new record, bro. 33 and 30? Oh shit. Tommy is a better musician than me. LOL. I don't know about that, Al. For the late nighters, let's go real talk. Dude, I've never seen that. I've seen 31 and 30. And the other day we had a 32 and 30, but 33 and 30. I mean, all of those registered. Suncats, let's go. Dude, love you too, boss. Glad you're here. Goal! Red Moon, Pine Box to the 10th power! Let's go. Yes. Yes. Let's fucking go, baby. Goal achieved. Dude. All right. All right, baby. Now, we 34 and 30? Yeah, dude. Dude, we'll go crazy with the Cheese Whiz. All right. So we went through the good news. We went through some stuff. Dude, Mark Levin, what is he doing now? We have to arm the people. Oh my God, dude. Now he's talking about arming the people of Iran so they can start, like, you see this shit? You see what these idiots want to do? Like, dude, all they want is like war. Like, he wants Muslims to kill other Muslims. Like, he wants Trump to arm the people of Iran and encourage like a civil war for a decade. These guys are horrible fucking human beings, dude. It's like, why do we have to do all this fucking killing, man? You know what I'm saying? And let me just tell you guys, okay? I want to clear something up very clear. I want to be crystal fucking clear when I say this, okay? You ready? You ready for this, guys? Anybody in the Republican Party, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you are a MAGA devotee or if you are whatever, you know, just a run-of-the-mill Christian conservative. Anybody who looks at this tweet where Trump says a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. A whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. If you think this is okay, you are not pro-life. Okay? You are not. Republicans are not pro-life. Period. A pro-life person would never, under any circumstances, endorse talk about destroying an entire civilization, never to be brought back again. Okay? Because that's not even like terminating possible life, right? Or a clump of cells. That's like terminating an entire people. Okay? So fuck off to all the people who claim to be pro-life. You're not. You're not. All right? That's it. It's the end of story. You are not pro-life if you endorse this shit. All right? You are not. You are pro whatever genocidal talk. You are pro like thinking genocidal speak is funny or quirky or okay with you. You know? Right? It is like sociopathic, dude. And you know what this whole tweet reminded me of, guys? It reminded me of that parent in the parking lot that is like screaming at their kid. And this parent, you can tell they've lost control of this kid. Like they've stopped listening to them. They're having no interaction with them. And they're just screaming at them, like threatening, if you do it again, I swear. And everyone in the parking lot is looking at that parent and they're all rooting for the kid. You know, we're all just like, whoa, that parent has no idea how to parent. And like, they're so over the top, like Jesus, you know, dude. Yeah, it's crazy. You know, if we had any sense whatsoever, we would be fucking 25th Amendmenting this fucking piece of shit. Dude, and make no mistake, Trump is a piece of shit. But now, guys, we're going to watch something funny, okay? We need to have some fun, okay? We need to have a little bit of, you know.
Legalized comedy.
That's right. Right, we're going to, comedy's legal again, okay? Comedy is legal. And, hold on one sec. I want to watch the Michael Knowles bit. Okay, dude, I want to watch this. Dude. All right? Dude. This is Michael Knowles, and this is the what's his name? The ginger, the fucking jolly ginger, right? But they're fucking dude, I can't remember what his name is. The Jolly Ginger. Is it Jolly Ginger? Okay. I find Michael Knowles to be a guy that is like just absolutely despicable. Okay? Dude, Michael Knowles is like just despicable. Okay, he is like so fucking like so smarmy, like ass kissery, right? Yeah, remember Kyle like decimated him on Piers Morgan. But what is amazing me about Michael Knowles is like he's gotten worse. Okay, like I don't know if you remember, but a while ago. Okay, he did, it was with 𝗙𝗡𝗄𝗏. This was a couple years ago, okay? He did a debate about abortion, okay, with 𝗙𝗡𝗄𝗏. All right, she's a doctor student on TikTok, but they did an abortion debate. This was a couple of years ago, okay? There's 𝗙𝗡𝗄𝗏. She's amazing. She's got a really good TikTok. I highly recommend her, but she's a med student, and her and Michael Knowles had an abortion debate, okay? It was like, let's just fucking go, and we'll just look at a second of it, okay? But here it was. When was this? It was 3 years ago, okay? So there's 𝗙𝗡𝗄𝗏, and there's Michael Knowles. But, so the thing about this, though, is his policy position at that time was still shitty, okay? And he was still like whatever, a right-wing fucking zygote, okay? But he wasn't creepy, okay? He wasn't creepy. I mean, if you listen to him talk, like...
So 60,000...
Let's just look at him.
Loss, that is the purpose of the womb. It serves no other purpose. So I don't think that the analogy that you're making here is apt. I think, once again, it gets...
Okay, so he's like talking like a normal guy, all right? He again, I thought his policy position and whatever, the things he believed were ridiculous, but he was like debating like a normal human being, okay? But now when you see him now, he is like a Stepford wife robot of like Trump is the only person that knows anything about politics. If Trump says it, I believe in it. Trump tells me what to think. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see him now, he doesn't look normal anymore. He looks like somebody like opened the back of his head and like programmed some shit and he came out like they put a Neuralink chip in his head. And now he's just like, did Trump say it? Then I believe it. I believe it. Did Trump say it? If Trump said it, I believe it. Trump said it? Okay, I believe it. I believe in it. I believe in it. Trump is the greatest. Trump is like next to Jesus. Trump is the only thing I ever think about. Did I tell you I love Trump? Oh, come here, Mikey. Oh, yeah, get your hand in that diaper. Come on, buddy, get in there. You know, like, dude, he's way crazy now. Like something happened to him. I really think it's like a Neuralink chip or something, okay? Because you see him and you'll see it.
Unique status of motherhood.
He's normal, he's discussing, but now watch him here, dude.
We don't release all random accusations in all criminal proceedings. We do it basically none of the time.
It was your guy's idea.
I'm happy to explain this to you because in our system of justice, people are innocent until proven guilty, and that's why you have.
But you see the like the energy change, dude. Where like he's like different now. He's like sweatier. And like, I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't know if he's like cranking on the Adderall or some shit, or it feels like he's doing some uppers. Like he may have developed like a cocaine habit or some shit. I mean, dude, you know, I've been there, but I don't know. I don't even know if it's cocaine, dude. Yeah, new peptide, dude, shoe polish. Dude, something is going on, dude. Dude, maybe he's doing the tee shots or something. All right, but let's watch this. Here we go.
We don't release all random accusations in all criminal proceedings. We do it basically none of the time.
It was your guy's idea.
I'm happy to explain this to you because in our system of justice, people are innocent until proven guilty, and that's why you have trials. Second of all, the people who were seriously implicated in the Epstein ring, both of them were arrested by Donald Trump, not by Obama, not by Joe Biden, by Trump. It was Trump and Maxwell. The four other co-conspirators who trafficked the girls who we could have arrested, we can't because they were protected by a non-prosecution agreement long before Trump entered the scene.
Yeah, but that non-prosecution agreement was created by Trump's labor secretary, the guy Trump promoted, the labor secretary there, Haas.
But even beyond all of that, the files were only released under Trump, not under Biden, who easily could have done it.
No, Biden could not have done it. Biden prosecuted Ghislaine Maxwell, and those files were legally bound because of her appeals. And we wouldn't have even been able to do it under Trump if Pam Bondi had not closed the case. Once Pam Bondi closed the case with that unsigned memo in July of 2025, it made it so those files could be released. This guy is like, doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about.
So number one, I'm going to respond to you. Number one, you mentioned Ghislaine Maxwell, who Trump has been given lots of deals to. She's been out of prison on work release.
Lots of deals?
Yes.
What deals?
Yes. She got moved to a minimum security prison. You know, maybe that was
She's not like a face-tattooed gangster or something. She's not going to...
She's a child trafficking rapist.
Are you downplaying Ghislaine Maxwell?
Dude.
I'm saying she's not like a threat to her family.
Dude, do you see that? He's like Ghislaine Maxwell, the woman who essayed countless number of people with Epstein and was a trafficker. And he's like, oh, well, she's not a tattooed gangster. Like, yeah, it's okay if she's in minimum security. She should get yoga classes. Dude, what the fuck, bro? Like, see, that's what I'm talking about. He will defend anybody. He's defending Ghislaine Maxwell. He's defending Ghislaine Maxwell. And why is he defending Ghislaine Maxwell, guys? Why? Because he doesn't want to admit that Trump did something wrong. Okay? So he will defend Ghislaine Maxwell before he will say, yeah, you're right. Trump and Blanche putting her in a minimum security prison, that was weird. Like, that was weird and messed up. After Joe Biden put her in hardcore prison for 20 years and Trump and Blanche let her out, and now she's in minimum security country club, right? And taking yoga and shit. That was wrong. But no, he won't say that's wrong. He'll be like, well, she's only like a little bit of a trafficker, right? All the girls were only 14. That's like half an adult. So she's like a half trafficker. Like, dude, what an asshole. This guy is like clown territory. He will literally, dude, Jenny and I are watching Saltburn right now. Have you seen the movie Saltburn? There's a scene where one of the guys, he's smitten with this dude, and the dude is like doing it in the bathtub, and afterwards the guy goes in and licks the drain, and the water that's going down the drain. That is what Michael Knowles is doing right now for Trump, dude. Dude, he's giving him the Saltburn, dude. You know? It is like so grody, bro. So grody, dude. It is just not okay, dude. This shit is not okay. Hold on.
Or something. She's not going to.
She's a yes. She got moved to a minimum security prison. You know, maybe that was not.
She's not like a face tattooed gangster or something. She's not going to.
She's a child trafficking rapist. Are you pedophile
Ghislaine Maxwell?
I'm saying she's not like a threat to her fellow.
You fucking pedophile apologist. She trafficked children. No, you. You said she was found guilty, and what she's found guilty of is trafficking children. So then you say she's not a tattoo.
Yeah, look, I am glad that after Joe Biden did basically.
Dude, what is this guy doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is he doing? Isn't it crazy that, like, but did you see, though, what did he say? A face tattooed gangster. But, like, as though somebody with a face tattoo is automatically what? A hardcore criminal, right? Like, you know, the face tattooed thing was weird. It's like, isn't the crime important? Or is what's really important, like, whether or not they have a face tattoo? Dude, oh my God, bro. That, guys, is some Schmidt, bro. Like, isn't that crazy? Dude, tattoos don't really have a lot to do with, like, you know, abusing kids, but you know, Michael Knowles lives in a world where appearances are the only things that matter. But he is so different than he was back here, guys. You know?
Rights on this, you know, my right to have this pink fruity drink here, is that the same as your right to, I don't know, drive a car or something? No.
I don't believe they're all equal, no.
Okay, so then there are gradations of rights. Some are more important than others. Is there one?
But you see, he's like a different person, guys. Like, he is. This is only 3 years, and he went from being this sort of reserved intellectual debater guy to this weird sort of Trump D-sucker that is always like sweaty and exaggerated, and he will do anything now. He will eat any amount of crow in order to not admit that Trump has done something bad. And that's weird, guys, because, you know, like I can look at somebody like Bill Clinton, okay? I voted for Bill Clinton twice, guys. I voted for Bill's wife, Hillary, okay? I can look at Bill Clinton and be like, dude, that crime bill he passed was fucking atrocious. That thing was so harmful, okay? I can look at Bill and be like, dude, he did a bunch of right-wing shit to get an economic policy passed with Republicans. He kind of fucked over a lot of people. I can look at Bill and be like, dude, that guy was a predator with women. Like smarmy, degenerate, raping and abusing women and being manipulative and using them for sex and all sorts of power games. Like, fuck yeah, he can. I mean, because he was, right? You know? And if Bill Clinton was around today running for office, I would not be voting for that motherfucker. But dude, these guys, okay, these guys will not ever look at any of Trump's behavior, ever, okay? Trump is like clean. He is the Virgin Mary, and they will sit there, and it's like guys like Knowles, Scott Jennings, okay? There are a handful of them that will just sit there and they will like polish the knob, dude. Right? They're polishing. Like, how does that feel, Trumpy? Oh, a little more to the left. Okay, Trumpy. Oh, how's that? A double Trump. Oh, that's good. Oh, thank you, Michael. Dude. Oh, my God, dude. So crazy. You said there's Michael Knowles throat skills. What is that? Oh, I don't know what to say here. All right, hold on. I'm gonna put it off screen real quick. Oh, all right. Dude, what the hell, dude? This is Michael Knowles. This is somebody from a long time ago. All right, let's see what we got here, dude. From Reddit. Dude, what the fuck, bro? Dude, like, look at it, the throat action. With the throat, dude. Dude, this guy has definitely been there, bro. Oh my God, dude. No fucking way, dude. I mean, he is apparently he is from the Benny Johnson wing of the party, guys. Okay? That is Michael Knowles from the Benny Johnson wing. All right? Dude, hey man. Oh, that's my Mikey. That's my Mikey. Oh, love him. Dude, that was well rehearsed. Look at him. He's like, wasn't me. What? Oh, yeah, that's me. That was me. That was me. Yep. I got the good throat. The good throat. Lollipop. A refreshing trip to the ice cream shop. Dude, let's go, Elf. I'll die if Obama and Biden get another term. Dude, you better watch out, dude. If the Democrats get elected, you'll be dead in a week, Elf. Right? Don't you know that? That if the Dems get elected, all like people, all of us will all be like quadruple vaccinated within 7 days and we'll be dead. Right? Yeah. 0% survival rate, guys. It's going to be worse than the Iranian fucking, civilization ending. If Dems win again, we will all be quadruple neck vaxxed and dead within 7 to 10 days. I'm just telling you, I don't hate the messenger. I'm just reporting the news. Oh, shit. Dude, 2 weeks. Yeah. So can I show you something else? There was something else that I wanted to show you that I thought was funny. But I forgot. Dude, give me a moment to collect my senses here to try and figure out what I wanted to show you. Right? I can't remember. I was just thinking about it, and now I fucking spaced out. It had to be Michael Knowles adjacent. Let me see if it's in my bookmarks, right? That's Lauren Chen. That is Children. That is Scott Pressler. Oh, we're going to look at him at some point. Getting old sucks. Yeah. I think it's hard. I think it's hard for women getting old, right? You guys definitely have a different experience getting old than us men do. They've made it so like when we get old, it's like great for the men, but it's like super different for women getting old. Right? But you know, when you got a throat like Michael Knowles, you never have to worry about getting old. You're always going to have a job, right? If you have I remember what it was. I was talking about the Benny Johnson wing of the party, right? I was talking about how Michael Knowles with his golden throat was from the Benny Johnson wing of the party, okay? And so, but Benny Johnson today, guys, made quite a move, guys, okay? Can I show you? This is important. Because Benny Johnson, look at what he said, okay? Look at this. Guys, let me just tell you, when you lose Benny Johnson, I don't know what to say, okay? But Benny today made some statements that were pretty anti-Trump, okay? Now, I'm not, again, fuck Benny, okay? Fuck Benny, because Benny is a liar. He's deceitful. He's a plagiarist. He took Russian money. He's the reason we got here, elevating this shit. He is like trying to groom children with his fucking content. He is despicable. But he's also like freaking out a little bit and made his first Trump distancing statement where he says, pray for peace. The Middle East is the graveyard of empires. Greece, Rome, Napoleon, UK, Russia, it's the abyss. Our movement's precious political resources must be spent on American priorities. Filling the pothole on my street is far more important than making a new pothole in the Middle East. Yikes, dude. Pray for a deal as Iran negotiates with the U.S. while Trump's 8 p.m. deadline looms. This is a lesson proven out of 100 times over in American political history. Peace wins, war loses. Importantly, our movement should reflect the best of Western civilization and Christendom through the words of Christ. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God. So what's crazy about this with all the whatever religious shit is he's America firsting, and he's also in his own way, he is fucking like decrying Trump's sort of like, I'm going to murder the whole region kind of talk. But he's not man enough to actually say it. So he's layering it in there. But I think it is significant that Benny has sidelinedly called out Donald Trump's administration for not being America first. I think that that's a really powerful example of how flimsy the MAGA coalition is right now, guys. That they're all actually really over Trump, and they can't do anything about it. They can't say it because they're weak and they're despicable and they have no morals, and he's a degenerate thug. But like, you can see through the veneer that they're done. Okay? They are done. Right? I want to see him. I want to kind of see him squirm here.
I'll just say this as a Christian because we don't know what's going to happen, right? We're not sure what's going to happen. I just gotta say this. Like, blessed are the peacemakers. I pray for peace here. That's my prayer. I said it publicly this morning, and I'll say it right now and again. Like, I pray for peace. We wish to be an uplifting movement and a movement that obviously shows the potential of Western civilization and Christendom and the words of Christ. And so,
dude, he says, we wish to be an uplifting movement. And they've, like, really? You have Trump, the president, like, making fun of transgender people, calling all Hispanic people rapists, lying about, you know, Haitian immigrants eating animals, and saying despicable shit, quiet piggy, like, you're all fake news, you're a terrible reporter, you suck, fuck you. And they're going to extinguish all Iranian people and just kill, 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 firing missiles into boats, committing war crimes. You're going to tell me you want an uplifting movement? Like, bro, Benny, dude, shut the fuck up. Dude, Benny, uplifting? Like, dude, the only thing uplifting is the fucking, the labial wall in your wife's unit, bro, from all the fucking kids she's cranked out. Dude, what are you talking about, dude? Dude, F Benny and his team. Yes, F Benny. Dude, what is he talking about, bro? He is...
So let's go there right now this morning. Matthew 5:9, start of the show. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God. Jesus Christ on the
Jesus.
on the Mount.
I love you, Jesus.
This is what I pray happens. Both J.D. Vance and senior administration officials are saying that Iran is efforting a deal right now to be made with the United States of America.
Benny's like, I just hope I get to suck on the deal a little bit. That's all I want. I just want to suck on the deal, just like a tiny bit, like just a little, just the tip.
And I pray that happens. We don't know what's going to happen. President Trump has promised today at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that the entire nation will effectively be set back to the Stone Age. That's every bridge gone, every power plant out. I'm not here to debate that. I'm really not, because, well, quite frankly, it's not up for me to debate. It's just not. I'm not in the briefing room. I'm not in. I don't have the security clearances.
See, but he's not like hailing it, guys. This is significant. Like Benny is as fucking like as Trump ass sniffing as it gets, guys. And this is a significant Trump hesitation. Okay.
I haven't been making these decisions. It's not really my battle. And let me just say this definitively, like from the perspective of this program, the longtime perspective of this program, I don't want these battles. I just want to get this off my chest.
He is deflated. Dude. But you know what's so crazy? Look at his face, dude. What a fucking turd. Because he's like, oh, I don't want these battles. But like, Benny, you vote for this shit. You whitewash this shit. You sane wash this crazy motherfucker. And then when he says he's going to genocide a whole fucking country, you're like, oh my God. It's like, dude, you are weak, bro. He's been saying this kind of shit. He literally started with he essays women and they let him do it because he's famous and he loves it and he thinks it's really awesome. He's bragging about it. And you have thrown your fucking Bible banging self and closeted grinder personality into the like web of this guy, supporting this guy. And now you're like, oh shit, I don't want him to genocide a whole country. Well, dude, why are you hanging out with this prick? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I get it. Wait. Oh yeah, that's why. That's why, because you love money. You want a good tip from JD? Dude, JD is like, JD's tip is don't buy a sectional. And if you do buy a sectional, like, don't let your wife in the room while you're sitting on it. Dude. Oh, shit.
Our battle is not Sunni and Shia, it's not Israel or Qatar. That's never been what I wanted America First to be about. I mean, even like some of the stuff that's done in our own hemisphere, I kind of like. I kind of think it's almost more permissible to say like Venezuela is a couple miles away, Cuba's a couple miles away. We should control our own hemisphere. But even beyond that, like focusing inward on our borders, that's MAGA. That's America First. The pothole on my street is more important than making a new pothole in the Middle East.
Yeah.
This has been the opinion of this show. There are obviously a lot of traps that have been laid in the Middle East for every great civilization, from Alexander to Napoleon. The Middle East.
Dude, I love this part because he's acting like he knows a lot about history. Dude, this guy doesn't know anything about history, dude. It is so funny. It is. It's like this guy has been, sucking on Trump's D for years. And now he's like, oh, this crazy fucking rapist I've attached my whole career to is doing bad things. Oh, yeah, no shit, Benny. No shit. Dude, you stupid fuck.
This is to the British Empire. The Middle East becomes a trap for great empires. The Greeks, the Romans, the crucifixion of Christ.
Oh.
How many empires must fall in this sandpit?
Oh, Benny, I don't think you're getting the invite to the Epstein ballroom after this, boss.
This oblivion. I don't want that to be us.
I think Benny might not be invited to the party now.
And we have a voice, and we have a show, and we have like a modicum of influence.
Dude, Benny, he's kind of congested, dude. He sounds like he's been, you think he's been hitting the blow? Dude, Benny's been like, oh, shit, man. He's like, I've been up for like 4 days, and now, like, Trump's not returning my phone calls, and, like... Dude, Benny! Oh, Paula, what do you think? Sakata!
We're trying our level-headed best to not, light ourselves on fire, to not, it's like veer wildly and fly off the cliff in either direction, but to stay steady on, try and keep a coalition together.
Dude.
Pray that spells are broken, that coalition,
MAGA is so dead.
Won us.
Dude.
This unbelievable victory in 2020. Truly, like a God-inspired victory.
Dude, they're like 1 year in, bro, and they are like so shattered. It's so precious watching maggots worry about getting what they voted for. Bless their little hearts. Yeah, dude, MTK, you are spot on. Isn't it crazy? He is a little down, dude. It is like 1 year in, guys, and they are so broken. They are like so broken. And I get it because Trump is off the rails. He's not delivering any of the shit he promised. Who thought he was going to deliver any of the shit he promised? Only these assholes, okay? You know what I'm saying? Only these assholes.
God saving President Trump's life in front of all of us. That wins the day. That is the energy that wins the day. And a final note here. No American election ever has been won based on foreign entanglements, ever. Not even World War II. Yeah, Franklin Delano Roosevelt was about to lose multiple elections during World War II. Huey defeats Truman. It's famous for a reason. Right? Truman was his vice president. FDR died. What about World War II? Didn't we like it so much? Actually, no. The American people didn't want to be in World War II. That's a fact. That's a matter of historic fact. We didn't want to be in World War I. Civil War, also something that could have been settled through peaceful means.
Yeah.
I think that, it's hard to justify, really.
You fucking dumb fuckers would have given up your enslaved people.
Any war in American history, except for the Revolutionary War, to start our nation. I think you can make like a sound and thoughtful argument for blessed are the peacemakers in almost every conflict. But wars have been the undoing of American administrations, whether it's Woodrow Wilson, FDR,
dude,
all the administrations that fomented the Vietnam War,
fomented
the abyss.
Dude, we got one
George W.
fomented.
Bush.
Dude,
these entanglements,
he is crashing out hard,
Korean
guys.
War, which was garbage as well. These entanglements, like, you know, are the undoing of great civilizations and great empires. Ask the British, ask the Romans, ask the Greeks. You can't even ask them.
Ask the Magas.
Don't exist.
Dude, Maga is 10 years old and we're still stupid. Dude, they're going for the record, Elf.
At least not in the sense of like Rome. So, you know, Roman Empire, it's gone.
By the way, the Roman Empire, Benny, they were all like men banging men, just FYI. I know you're really sad the Roman Empire is gone, but they were definitely like pride parading that shit, homie. Okay? Just so you know, just your favorite little empire there. I mean, we know that you know that we know that you know, but like, you know, all of these Christian MAGA people who keep talking about the Roman Empire, you got to at least understand what the Roman Empire was about. And it sure as fuck wasn't about getting married. You fucking weirdos. Okay? Dude.
And so, you like, I just a reason why I'm praying for peace is that the wars can be the undoing of a good an administration. The wars, like, virtually always are the undoing of an administration.
Dude, I'm enjoying this.
Should have won in '92. George H.W. Bush. Gotta go to Iraq. Dude, why?
Oil.
Peace, though, wins. Reagan won in landslides based on peace and bringing peace. Peace wins.
Dude, he
War
is
loses.
Coping.
And so we pray for peace. Ultimately, what peace signals is that we care about the people here more than the people over there. We care about the flourishing of the people here rather than the killing of the people over there.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's a critical and important message to send.
It's not how it works, Benny. Not with the people you're hanging out with.
It's a moral message.
You fucking
for any leader of
dumbass.
any nation. If we would have such a different country if our leaders just cared about our country more.
Yeah, why'd you vote for these guys, Benny? You know what I'm saying? Dude, I know. Yeah, no, he started to say good administrations and then he changed it to just administration. Like, what was that all about? Right? It's been the undoing of good administrations. Like, dude, Benny this is like a significant breakdown for this guy. Like, Benny may end up like going straight after this, boss. He might even shut down his Grindr profile after this fucking trauma.
Over the course of my lifetime. And I'm pushing 40. And we've, like, in the course of my lifetime, I don't know, when was the last president that like really put like the betterment of the American people absolutely first? This is why I pray for the Trump administration. Because this is the America First movement. That is the goal of the America First movement.
Well, no, it was the MAGA movement. Your movement was Make America Great Again, which was like, you'd never say when again was. So you were all some attachment to the past, AKA when only straight white Christians had any power.
Cheap groceries, affordable housing.
Okay, wait, there it is.
Because this is the America First movement. That is the goal of the America First movement. Cheap gas, cheap groceries, affordable housing, Americans flourishing, heritage Americans having children. Heritage
Americans, guys. Dude, you see that statement though? Heritage Americans. You know how fucking shitty that statement is? Because that's white Christians is what he means when he says heritage Americans. Like, dude, I'm sorry, dude. That's fucking toxic. Okay? That shit is not okay, boss. That is not okay. Elf says, I had a 2-week coping mechanism from Hillary and I accepted it. Let's go. Dude, yeah, the Hillary loss was tough, boss. It was tough.
Continuing our great culture, and a culture that, is a culture of the zenith, pinnacle of Western civilization and Christendom and what it can build. That's what we're defending. That's what we're creating here. And so just like a couple thoughts off the top of the dome, right? When it comes to, bridge and power plant day in Iran, why I'm praying for peace.
Dude, that's significant, guys. Like that is just confirmation for me that MAGA is cooked. They're really decimated by this shit. You know what I'm saying? They are, guys. They are really decimated by Trump has just fucking gutted his movement. Now, I do want to address something that somebody said in the chat way earlier. Okay, somebody said they're worried that America First is going to be worse than MAGA. And I think we should talk about that, guys, because on the one hand, you are right. You're not that's a legitimate worry because the America First movement is worse than the MAGA movement. It is. It is more racist, more misogynist, more hateful, more outlandish. However, there is one saving grace, okay? And that's that I don't think the America First movement can hold many women in it, okay? The America First movement, like the MAGA movement, was able to win all the trad wives and basically any woman who was a pro-life and anti-abortion woman could do the MAGA movement because the misogyny was there, but it was enough to be able to tune out with the noise. But the America First movement is misogyny is the core. It is so venomously misogynist that even Christian women, I don't think can sign on to the movement because it is it is like that Joel Webben, women shouldn't vote, women should fucking, live in a shed until you bring them in to impregnate them kind of, misogyny. And so I don't think it can really hold on to women the same way. I think it's, you know what I think it is? I think it's going to be the movement that reminds people how important it is to stay in touch with our liberal values, right? And so it is definitely worse, but I think that extremeness is going to be beneficial because it's going to be the final death rattle, okay? It is. It's going to be the final death rattle, And dude, you know what I saw though, guys? I saw something today, and I know I don't want to go into it too much, but I saw a short on TikTok or something where Hassan was saying he thinks most regular people would vote for Tucker Carlson over Gavin Newsom. And I was like, dude, what is he smoking? Dude, that is the most insane statement to me. I think if the election was Tucker Carlson versus Gavin Newsom, I don't think most regular people are voting for Tucker Carlson, dude. I just don't buy that. With his crazy, demon attacks and all of his racist shit, give me a fucking break, dude. I just don't believe it. I believe some leftists would. I definitely think some leftists would because Tucker would just be anti-Israel and the leftists would do the Cenk and Anna thing where they're oh, he's anti-Israel and that's the only thing important to me, right? So that I would fucking buy. But I just don't think most regular Americans would go Tucker, right? I don't think the independents that are disappointed with Trump would get in bed with Tucker. I just don't believe it. You know? I know he's been posturing as a populist, but guys, the thing about posturing as a populist is it only works when you're not campaigning, okay? Because once you get on the campaign trail, every crazy thing that Tucker has ever said about being a racist, replacement theory, misogynist, anti-LGBTQ, anti-everything kook will come flying to the forefront, okay? Like Tucker will, if he was actually in a campaign, everything he ever said would end up right in front of him. Like it's you know, he can only pretend like he's a populist because the whole media machine is not focusing on him, right? That's just it. You're fine until you get in the campaign, and then once you get in the campaign, they fucking dredge up everything. And that's where Tucker's like fake populism is going to fall, because he's going to have to answer for all that virulent shit that he has been peddling for, 20 fucking years. And it's not going to go away. No one's going to be like, oh, you said racist shit for 20 years, but now you're saying you're no longer a racist? Like, bro, nah, dude. Doesn't work like that. When you were 6, 7 years old, your parents had the most beautiful ideologies because they were educated. Let's go, Elf! Let's go. Dude, thank you, Elf. Yeah, I don't know, man, but we'll see. I think Tucker has he has a legacy, like a bad one, I mean, think about it, guys. He lied about the election with Trump for years, and he was like saying he didn't even believe the lie while he was lying, right? Dude, this guy. Yeah, no, I know it's about the Israel thing. And I get it though. I get it though, because I know that Hassan thinks, I mean, and don't get me wrong, like Hassan has a fair point that like the opinion of Israel is in the shitter. Like most of America, especially young people, are so done with Israel that they do not want like pro-Israel shit at all, right? The only thing though that's hard is like there's a whole bunch of middle Americans that aren't young people that are not as virulently anti-Israel, and especially they're Christians. Like the Christian white independents in middle America are not concerned about Israel either way. They don't really feed off that thing. That's much more of like a young person, like people under 30 are adamantly about that. And both parties, don't get me wrong, it's like left wing and right wing. I think everyone under 30 is just done with the Israeli regime after watching Gaza. And I mean, I understand, dude. Like, how could they not? I think, though, there's a lot of white middle American Christians, though, that still, like, they don't want to support Israel, but they also aren't, like, anti-Israel. You know what I mean? And so those would be the competing interests in that centrist, whatever, middle American game, right? I think. And yeah, Tucker's trying to soften all the time, dude, right? But dude, it's going to be interesting, guys, isn't it? I mean, isn't it going to be interesting? And can I just show you guys? Dude, can I show you in the batshit? Like, dude, this is batshit. Look at this. Watch JD Vance, dude. Look at this shit, bro. Hold on. This is yet again one of the crazier things I've seen recently. Let me find it. Hold on. I retweeted a bunch of shit. I basically retweeted everything, so I got to go way back. Watch this, dude. Watch this. This guy, what you're about to watch is you're about to watch the vice president of the United States, okay? The vice president of the United States. You ready? Watch this.
Will you stand against the bureaucrats in Brussels? Will you stand for sovereignty and democracy? Will you stand for Western civilization?
He means white people.
Will you stand for freedom, for truth, and for the God of our fathers? Then, my friends, go to the polls in the weekend, stand with Viktor Orbán because he stands for you and he stands for all these things. God bless Hungary and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Dude, Viktor Orbán is like a Putin, like, buddy, a Russian dictator buddy, dictator, like, war crimey kind of guy, okay? Russia, Putin stooge, like no more Ukraine, no more Europe kind of guy. And the vice president of the United States is cheering against Brussels. That's Belgium. That's Europe. That's NATO. He's cheering against our NATO allies and campaigning for the confidant of a Russian dictator. Bro, what the fuck are we living in? What world are we living in where the vice president of the United States is campaigning for Vladimir Putin while simultaneously, like, saying you need to stand against our allies in Europe? Like, what the fuck, dude? What are we doing? Like, this, how are people okay with this? You know? I'm like, dude, it should probably worry us that the vice president of the US is campaigning for a 𝗙cie Putin dictator, right? Who wants to, like, they want to get rid of Europe, guys. But because he says Western civilization, because they're like white guys who believe that everybody should be white guys, they're like, yeah, we stand with them. Anybody who believes it should be all white guys, them and a sectional are my favorite things. Oh, I am JD Vance. Dude. Give me a fucking break, dude. Dude, what are we doing, man? Isn't this wild? Dude, this is a fair question here, dude. You ready? Is sending the Trump admin to the Stone Age, is that on the table or what? Right? Is that an option? Sending the Trump admin to the Stone Age? Is that an option? Because if it is, I'd like to check that box, guys. Can we check that box? Oh, Lord have mercy, dude. Oh, shit. All right, one more thing, guys. I'm going to go make videos. All right? I'm getting in and out today. We're going to dance party. Dude, I'm getting out at a reasonable time today. This is amazing. I love it. But, guys, this is more good news. Okay? More good news right here is this, dude. Look at this, dude. Look. First off, look at this woman, bro. Oh, dude. She looks beat, doesn't she? Doesn't she? I mean, look at the face, dude. She looks beat. Dude, what is this shirt with Trump and AI Trump in like some sort of a superhero costume with a Trump championship belt? Like, bro, her shirt has Donald Trump's signature on it. Like, what kind of mental disorder? Like, I mean, did they get a different vaccine than us or what? What kind of mental disorder do these people have? Dude, weathered by Christianity and broken promises and lies, okay? But look at what she said. Trump merch store in Illinois closes due to plummeting sales. Owner Lisa Fleischman says sales were really slow. It all started with the war. It was dead as a doornail the minute that happened. Now, my mom used to use that phrase, dead as a doornail. And dude, that's crazy. That's definitely a Midwestern phrase. It's definitely a Wisconsin, like Illinois phrase, dude. Dead as a doornail. It's a big one. My mom, dude, she used that all the time. But guys, this reflects with what we just saw with Benny, right? Dude, my pothole on my street is more important than a pothole in the Middle East. America first, right? They're like, they're supporting it. You know what I'm saying? They're supporting it. They're like, whatever. They're keeping their heads in the sand. They're not going against him, but they're broken. Okay? They are broken, guys. They are broken. They don't, like, nobody's buying this shit. I literally think, guys, I think MAGA is dead. Okay? Again, they're not going to publicly go against Trump. They're not going to, they're certainly not coming over to the Democrats. You know what I'm saying? But what they're going to do is they're just going to silently look for the exit, and they're just going to not vote. That's what they're going to do. They're going to not vote. You know, because they're defeated. Yeah, and you know, fuck them. Seriously, fuck them, dude. I feel no sympathy for these assholes. I do not. Zero sympathy. Okay? Because my thing is, I've said this before, I'll say it again. If you voted for Trump in 2016, I get it. You didn't know him. Maybe you didn't know his history. You chalked it up to locker room talk. You decided to believe him. If you voted for him in 2020, now you're suspect. But if you're ignorant and brain dead, okay, you did it again because he was already in office. You just vote for the incumbent. I'll give you that. But if you voted for him in 2024, after he fucked up COVID, he did nothing the first term, he insurrectioned, and he lied about the election for 4 years straight after losing every court case. And then he went off with Hitler language about every Hispanic person being a rapist. He was making fun of transgender people in his fucking speeches. If you voted for him in 2024, you know he's a liar. You know he's a fucking degenerate. You know he's a scumbag. There's no fucking way you did not know he was a liar by 2024. Okay? No way. You knew he had been lying about the election for years. Okay? And what did you get? You can't buy a pound of hamburger. Your gas costs $100 to fill your fucking tank. Okay? He's done nothing for America. And fuck you, MAGA. All right? Fuck you. Fuck you. Huh? You want to go a few rounds? Oh, get your hand out of my diaper. Let's go. Automatically disqualifying. But goddamn, dude. Dude, she looks like life has fucking roughed her up, bro. Doesn't she? Doesn't she look rough, dude? Jesus. Yeah, I voted for the convicted felon. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy, dude. Dude, yeah, no, she's beat. And good. I hope her business goes out of business, dude. Dude, she is cheap bottle of vodka. She definitely looks like a bottle of pop-off, dude. Dude, for sure, bro. Dude, she is definitely pop-off, right? Dude, that shit is fucking rot gut. Dude, look at this woman. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Dude. Dude, look at that, dude. Oh, look at her, dude. She is hardcore too, bro. This picture is not AI, guys. This video is not AI. Dude, the ceasefire, are they fighting already? Where are you getting this information from? Drop site news? So, all right, Pakistani Prime Minister 𝗙𝗍𝗪 𝗏𝗡 announced on Tuesday night ceasefire between Iran, Israel, and the U.S. covers everywhere, including Lebanon and elsewhere, effective immediately. Okay, Israel's response on the ground, a targeted strike on an ambulance that killed 4 paramedics. Minutes before the ceasefire was announced, an Israeli strike on a cafe in the Sudan seafront killed 8 people and wounded 20. Netanyahu subsequently contradicted Sharif directly, saying the ceasefire does not include Lebanon and Israel will continue operating there. Both the U.S. and Iran have not clarified the discrepancy in how the ceasefire was reported. So, yeah, Israel is still fighting in Lebanon. Dude, I'm telling you right now, dude, Israel's not stopping, okay? Dude, Israel is not going to stop fighting in the Middle East, okay? They're not. I mean, and so that is why this next 2 weeks, I'm going to go on record here and say this. You ready? I don't think there's going to be a ceasefire 2 weeks from now. I honestly don't. I don't think this thing's going to be over 2 weeks from now, guys. I literally do not. I also don't believe Trump is going to go genocidal like weirdo because he's a fucking blowhard jackhole. Right? But maybe he does. Maybe he fucks everything up. But I don't think there's going to be an end to fighting in 2 weeks. I do not. I don't believe that for a second, boss. Okay? You know, how many ceasefires were there around Gaza, dude? They're still blowing shit up. Give me a fucking break, dude. Give me a fucking break, boss. There's just no way. Dude. Here she is, dude. The MAGA shop closes down. Dude, the MAGA shop closes down, baby. We love to see it. Thank you, 𝗙ecie 𝗏𝗏𝗏. We appreciate you. Dude, I love it. Oh, that's a good one. 25th Amendment. Now, dude, you love to see it. She used to work the merch table for Rat. She does, actually, guys. She does have a very Rat. That is a Rat. I was going to say, like, she's got a little Ozzy in her, dude. This woman could be like Ozzy Osbourne's Stepford twin. Right? Dude, conservative tears. There it is. Hallelujah. Dude, yeah. Dude, this shirt is so bad. Like, think about this, guys. Okay? And I don't want to be mean here, but I'm going to. I'm going to be mean for a minute. All right? I'm going to be mean. What kind of a piss poor fashion sense, lack of like any style or substance taste whatsoever do you have to buy a shirt with an AI Trump in a super fucking hero costume with a giant Trump championship belt on? Like, you literally have to be one of the biggest fucking losers on planet Earth to buy this fucking shirt, bro. Like, seriously. I mean, you have to be like at the very bottom of the human chain, dude. Like the human centipede, dude, you are the centipede, bro. There's just no way, dude. Dude, it's so bad, dude. Look at him. Bro, that shit is crazy. Crazy. All right, you ready? Hold on. One more thing, and then I go. All right, we got time for one more thing. There was one more Nick Fuentes clip that I think is worthy of watching. All right. Oh, shit, dude. Nick Fuentes was not happy that they didn't end all civilization. He tweeted taco, but there's a clip from him that we should watch. Okay, because Fuentes, here it is. Okay, Fuentes had a little trouble with Trump praising Allah. Okay? Dude, MAGA goes down. Dude, he is like, dude, his MAGA, like watching MAGA lose Nick Fuentes and Nick Fuentes lose MAGA has been so enjoyable, guys. It really has. Because this guy is a fucking piece of shit. And so watching him like go all in on this thing and then having it blow up in his face and then him realizing he has to like distance himself and he has to like, you know, he was saying he misses Obama the other day. Like, bro, dude, what are these guys doing, dude? They are so fucked. It is poetry. It really is. It's like watching a ballet of fucking idiots all like just slamming into each other.
He said, quote, Tuesday will be power plant day and bridge day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the fucking strait, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah, President Trump. And I don't know about you, but I saw this yesterday. And like Marjorie Greene and like Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens and everybody else, this is disturbing. It's actually sickening. And I'm not that guy. I think you know that about me. I'm not really one to be a bleeding heart or to clutch my pearls or to be sanctimonious about this sort of thing. But it's everything about this. It's everything about it. It's bad enough that we are in a war in Iran without a reason, without a plan B, an exit strategy, a plan. It's not enough that we're being lied to about it, that we're doing it for Israel. Americans are dying and Trump is totally flippant about that. But it's Easter Sunday. It's literally the holiest day of the year, and this is what you post? Not Happy Easter, not Christ is risen, nothing. You threaten to bomb Iran, which is bad enough by itself, but then it's the profanity. Open up the fucking strait, you crazy bastards. Tomorrow we're bombing all your infrastructure. And then mocking God. And then praise be to Allah. And then mocking God in the middle of it as well. And this is when you realize Trump is evil. He's not a bad president. He's not surrounded by bad advisors or bad personnel or people that are disloyal or not giving him good advice. I've been trying to say this for years. It's him. He is the problem. He has always been the problem.
Dude. Dude, Fuentes. Yo, dumb fuck. No shit, bro. Like, hello? And how many times did you vote for this clown? You fucking goof. Like, really? You think grabbing them by the pussy, where he said he grapes women and he's like proud of it, you think maybe that should have been your first and last sign? I know Fuentes is like for years. Oh my God, for years. You see how he's trying to wriggle out of it? Dude, this dumb fuck has been pro-Trump. They voted for him. They have been on the Trump and Charlie Kirk and everybody's train the whole time for years. Now he's like, oh, I've been warning you for years. Like, no, you haven't. No, you have not. Okay, Mr. Fuentes, you've been sucking this guy's D for years and ignoring all the red flags because it's been allowing you to be a hateful little prick and get away with it. And now you're like, oh shit, everything's blowing up. The movement is dying. The whole thing's breaking apart. They fucked us on Epstein. Now I'm going to make it seem like I've been the one warning all you guys. Shut the fuck up, dude. Dude, you and you're like with your little mace in Illinois spraying girls at your door and shit. You fucking clown. Jesus, dude. But it's pretty funny, though, to hear him like Trump is evil. I know, dude. He had dinner with Trump at Mar-a-Lago, dude. Him and Kanye went and fucking hung out at Mar-a-Lago, dude. Give me a fucking break. But, dude, for him to say he's evil, that's big, though, guys. That is. I mean, this guy's an idiot, and I'm not letting him off the hook, but I wonder what the Groypers are doing now. You know, how are, if you're a Groyper, guys, think about it from the Groypers' perspective. They were, like, all in on Trump. Trump was, like, their man, right? Oh, the mean tweets, we love him. Like, what are the Groypers doing now? Like, you know, I guess Tucker's their new guy, right? But I mean, how are they handling it all? Are the Groypers all walking around thinking Trump is evil? You know, is one of them going to fucking try to off him or some shit? Like, what's the, I don't know what the end game of this is, dude.
This entire time, any way you want to cut it. It's not the people under him. It's not the people around him. It's not people failing him. It's him. And it's him at his core. It is because he is a completely hollow and wicked person. Who else? What other kind of person could say something like this? And it would be bad enough if you were a Fox News talk show host. You expect this kind of thing from Mark Levin. You expect this kind of thing from Laura Loomer. These people have darkened minds and darkened souls, and they are shock jocks, and their business is to offend the conscience of everybody to get attention because their message is repugnant and nobody would support it otherwise, and nobody would even pay attention to it otherwise. But this is the president of the United States. This is the head of the country. On the holiest day of the year, threatening to bomb Iran, open up the strait, fucking bastards. Praise be to Allah, President Trump. Who writes something like this? What kind of human being writes something like this?
Dude, you know, Nick, you know the kind of human being who writes that? The dude you were stumping for 2 years ago that all you guys voted for. The dude that you picked to be your president is the exact kind of person that would do that. You stupid motherfucker, bro. Oh my God, dude. Isn't that funny? Oh my God. Dude, yeah. Crazy. Isn't it funny, dude? Dude, when the head of the Nazis is like too evil for the Nazis, you're like, whoa, dude. Hitler lost Goebbels, guys. They are in trouble, dude. MAGA is now coming apart at the seams, dude. Dude, he does have some crazy hands, doesn't he? Dude, his hands are like clown shoes, bro. Like, what is up, dude, with the hands, bro? Are those AI hands or is that real, dude? Dude, he could grab both ends of fucking Trump. Dude, they're like clown shoe hands, dude. Dude, that shit is like, you know, I've seen monks in the woods that have fingernails that aren't as long as his fucking hands, bro. Oh man, dude. Oh, dude, those are some mitts, dude. Pause, bro. Let's go. Oh, dude. All right, it's time, guys. It is time to dance, boss. What a fucking adventure, dude. Thank you for the night. Thank you for this day. It's been joyous hanging out with you guys. It really has. I know today was a crazy day. It's going to get crazier, but we had some good wins today, guys. We did. Dude, I mean, you know, when I chalk up my day today, you know what my day was? If I were to say it in one sentence, I had Maga defending a $95 barrel of oil, while I also got to watch Nick Fuentes say the president he and his tribe voted for is evil. And those two things happening on the same day that the Maga store in Illinois closes, right, in Illinois, it's like you realize while we're flipping fucking Supreme Court seats and shit, you realize that these guys are cooked, bro, okay? When you're defending a $95 barrel of oil after you complained about the price of gas for years, dude, you're cooked, okay? At this point, you are, like, you may as well just start saying you love Jeffrey Epstein. I'm serious. You may as well buy a shirt that says, I love Jeffrey Epstein, and just wear that around town. Like, you have nothing. You're done, dude. You are so done. You're done, boss. Put a fork in you, bro. Like, cooked. All right? Guys, ready? All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're getting it. We're getting it, baby. Time for a little deja vu. Let's go. Let's go. Oh.
But I've known, been here before. I do certain that I will make it out somehow.
Let's go! Dude, what a breath, bro. Can I pretend that something is missing? Chances are you will not be missed, 'cause you don't give a shit. Can I make something good out of this? You could be late, you could be true. You could be underneath my shoe. Sometimes I'm the only one who's strong. And I'll be devastated if I'm wrong. I am the one you love to hate, but you cannot devastate. It will be interesting, I'm sure, 'cause I want more. Thank you, guys. I will see you tomorrow. All right, be good to yourselves. Take care of your head. And fuck Donald Trump. Good night. Stay radiant. Hey, I just want to change the world. I just want the perfect girl. I don't want to hang around, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. Change the world, but I'm not gonna wait my turn. I don't ever want to come down, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together.